getting up? Come on. Athena, up. Athena, up. Athena, come on. Come on. Come on, girl. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Hey, baby boy. Hi. Yeah, oh boy. You know, it's dog bedtime. You want up here too? Come on. Alistair, come on. Come on. Come on. He is allowed up here. Oh, goodness me. Alistair, come on. Come on. Come on. You're not Alistair. Alistair, come on. Come on. You can do it. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Oh boy. This is like a good dog pile, huh? Yeah, I know. I know. Can you say, hello, everybody? Hello. I'm Athena, and I'm a bully, even though I'm the youngest. My name's Alistair, and I'm a victim of puppy bullying. Are you a victim of puppy bullying? I think you kind of like it. Okay. Let's scooch this a little bit more so you can see a little bit more of the ridiculousness. Yeah, that works. All right. So we're going to finish our read through Christmas stories tonight. I think we just have 3 stories left. And I would like to finish this. And then, I don't even know what day it is. It's the 23rd. So we've got just another, week left of July and of Christmas stories until actual December. So, happy good. And then we'll do this again because that's what you do. All right. Hi. Aren't you precious? Oh, kisses. Oh, I like kisses. All right. You ready, buddy? So, yep, I got my Veggie Tales and my Crossy Road. That's all I need, Mom. I don't know what you're doing over there, but you do you. Okay. The Fir Tree by Hans Christian Andersen. Are you ready for a story from Alistair? Yeah. Are you comfortable? Oh, boy. Can't see, but there's one shadow dog, and then there's a second shadow dog. And the white one has gone to find a little corner for herself. Sometimes she just doesn't deal with socializing. She likes to be by herself. You laying on your brother, on his head. It's kind of rude. All right. The Fir Tree by Hans Christian Andersen. Out in the forest stood a pretty little fir tree. He grew in a lovely sunny spot, but he was not happy. He longed to grow tall, like all the other firs around him. Sometimes little children would come by, gathering strawberries and raspberries. They would say, "Oh, how sweet that little tree is." But this just made the tree really fed up. "Oh, if only I were as tall as the other trees," sighed the little fir. "I would spread my branches far around and look out over the whole wide world. The birds would nest in me, and when the wind blew, I could nod grandly like the others." Months passed, and the little fir took no pleasure in the sunshine, the birds, and the clouds that went sailing over him, morning and evening. Then winter came, and the snow settled all around, white and sparkling. A hare often came bounding along and would spring right over him. It made him feel very angry. "What are you doing over there, Athena?" "I'm watching you, puppy. Get back up here. You're safer when you're just next to me." Okay. Oh my goodness. Poor Alistair. You're so mean to him. Oh, well, that's precious looking. Don't eat your brother's head. Don't eat your brother's head. By the time 2 more winters had passed, the little fir had grown. The hare could no longer leap over him. To grow up and become old and important. That's the best thing in the world, thought the tree. Every fall, woodcutters came and felled a few of the largest trees. Each year, as the little fir grew taller, he shuddered with fear when it happened. For the great stately trees fell to the ground with a crash, and their branches were cut off. Then they were laid on carts and horses dragged them away out of the wood. Where are they going? The fir tree almost wondered. Enjoy being young, the sunbeams told him, and the wind gave him kisses, but the tree just shrugged them off. Oh, puppy kisses. No puppy kisses. When Christmas time came around, still more trees were felled, sometimes quite young ones, even smaller than the fir tree. Now he had grown. The woodcutters never hacked off their branches, but still they were loaded into carts and horses dragged them away. What happens to them? The fir tree thought aloud. We know, chirped the swallows. People take them into their houses and decorate them with colorful ornaments and brightly shining candles. They are so beautiful. If only I could be one of them one day, sighed the fir. Be content here in the fresh woodland, said the raindrops. It is better out here with us, squeaked the squirrels. But the fir could not be content. He longed to be elsewhere. And he grew and grew and grew. The next Christmas time, the fir tree was felled before any of the others. He was taken away into a yard where there were hundreds of other felled trees. When a man came and picked him out and carried him off to his house. Inside, he was placed in a big tub in a warm room, and all around him were chairs, faces, and pictures. How the tree trembled with excitement. What was to happen now? Children soon came and decorated him until he sparkled and glittered and gleamed. He stood tall and proud at first, but after a few days, his branches grew so tired, holding up all the decorations, that he developed quite a backache. When will this be over? He wondered. Then one afternoon, people flocked into the room for a party. There were games and singing and dancing and storytelling, and they all gave each other presents from around the big tree's tub. But how noisy it was for the tree, who was used to the gentle sighing of the wind and the songs of the birds and the snuffling of the woodland creatures. At last everyone went home and the candles were blown out, leaving the tree alone all night, quiet and thinking of the forest. Next morning a lady came and stripped the fir tree's branches bare of all the decorations. She wrapped them up in newspaper and packed them away into boxes, and the man who had brought the tree into the house heaved him up out of the tub and dragged him outside into the courtyard, and flung him into a corner among some needles and weeds. At last I am outside again, said the tree to himself. He stretched out his branches toward the pale winter sunshine, but alas, they had become brown and dry. His needles dropped off and fell like rain to the ground. Oh, I wish I had made the most of life when I was younger, he sighed. Everyone told me to be happy, but I just wanted to grow up. Now I am old, and I haven't stopped to enjoy anything at all. Next day, a boy came and chopped the tree into little pieces for the fire. The tree's life was past, and the story's past too. For that's the way with all stories. The visit to Santa Claus Land. Jack and Margot were growing more excited each day because Christmas was so near. They talked of nothing else but Santa Claus. Don't you wish you could see him? They said over and over. One night, just before Christmas, Mother tucked them into bed and left them to go to sleep. But Jack wiggled. Margaret wriggled. At last they both sat up in bed. Jack, Margaret whispered, are you asleep yet? No, said Jack. Can't go to sleep, Margaret. Don't you wish you could see Santa Claus? What's that? They both listened, and they heard a little tap tap on the window. They looked, and there, right in the window, they saw a funny elf. Bless you. What's that I hear you say? You want to see Santa Claus? Well, I am one of his elves. I am on my way back to Santa Claus Land. I'll take you with me if you really want to go. Jack and Margaret quickly scrambled from their beds. Come on, show us the way, they cried in great excitement. No, indeed, said the elf. No one must know the way to Santa Claus Land. Can I really wait a moment? The elf took something soft and thick and dark and tied it around Jack's eyes. Next he took something soft and thick and dark and tied it around Margaret's eyes. Oh boy, we're doing our weird leg exercises. How many fingers before you? Little elf asked. Both of them shook their heads. They could not see a wink. Very well, now we're off, said the elf. He took Jack's hand on one side and Margaret's on the other. It seemed as if they flew through the window. They went on swiftly for a little while. Then the elf whirled them around and around, and off they went again. The children could not tell whether they were going north, south, east, or west. After a time, they stopped. "Here we are," said the elf. They uncovered their eyes, and the children saw that they were standing before a big, thick gate. The elf knocked, and the gate swung open. They went through it right into Santa Claus's garden. There were rows and rows of Christmas trees, all glittering with balls and tinsel. And instead of flower beds, there were beds of every kind of toy in the world. Margaret at once ran over to a bed of dolls. "Let's see if any of them are ripe yet," said the elf. "Ripe?" said Margaret in great surprise. "Why, of course," said the elf. "Now, if this one is ripe, it will shut its eyes." The elf picked a little doll from the bed and laid it in Margaret's arms. Its eyes went half shut and then stuck. "No, it's not ripe yet," said the elf. "Try this one." He picked another one, and this one shut its eyes just as if it had gone to sleep. "We'll take that one," he said, and he dropped it into a big sack he was carrying. "Come over here, Margaret," Jack called. Margaret ran over to another bed, and there were drums. Big drums, little drums, medium-sized drums, yellow drums, blue drums, green drums, and red drums. "Can we gather some of these?" said Jack to the elf. "Of course. Let's see if this one's ripe." The elf took up a little red drum and gave it a thump with a drumstick, but it made a strange sound that Jack and Margaret both laughed out loud. The little red drum was put back into the bed, and the elf tried another big one. It went boom, 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 and Jack and Margaret marched along the bed, keeping step to it. When they had finished picking drums, they went over to a bed filled with horns. That was the most fun of all. Some of them made very odd noises, and on some the elf played jolly little tunes. The next bed they came to was filled with toys that could be wound up. There were trains, automobiles, dancing dolls, climbing monkeys, hopping birds, funny wobbling ducks, and every kind of toy you could think of. Excuse me. Children stayed at this bed for a long time. At last Margaret said, "But where is Santa Claus? We wanted to see him." "Oh, to be sure," said the elf. "Come along." And he led them down a long, winding walk to the edge of the garden. "Oh, I'm so tired." Then he pointed to a hill in the distance. "Do you see that large white house? That is where he lives." The children stared at it. It was so white that it seemed to shine in the distance. "Walk right across here," said the elf. Then up the hill to Santa Claus's house. "Oh, must we walk across there?" said Margaret. She stared down at the deep, dark chasm between the garden and the hill. A narrow plank was stretched across it. "Walk carefully," said the elf, "and mind you don't look down. For if you do, I am afraid you won't see Santa Claus tonight." "We'll be very careful," said Jack. "Come along, Margaret." He took his little sister's hand, and they started across the plank. They had almost reached the middle of it when Jack looked down. "Oh," he said, and gave Margaret a pull. She looked down too and cried, "Oh, oh!" Down, down, down they went. Suddenly they landed with a thump. They sat up and rubbed their eyes. They were right in their own beds at home. Mother opened the door. "Are you awake, children?" she said. "Oh, Mother, we haven't been asleep. We've been to Santa Claus Land, and we nearly saw Santa Claus." They told her all about it, and Mother just smiled. A Family Christmas. An extract from What Katie Did by Susan Coolidge. Katie Carr has hurt her back and has to stay in bed, but her brothers and sisters always try to make her part of the fun. She is talking about Christmas plans for the children with her aunt, who looks after her. "I thought of such a nice plan yesterday," Katie said. "It was that all of them should hang their stockings up here tomorrow night instead of in the nursery. Then I could see them open their presents, you know." "Could they, Aunt Izzy? It would be real fun." "I don't believe there would be any objection," replied her aunt. She looked as if she were trying not to laugh. Katie wondered what was the matter with her. "I wish I had something pretty for everybody," Katie went on wistfully. "Here's my pink sack," she said suddenly. "I might give that to Clover. Would you please fetch it and let me see, Aunt Izzy? It's in the top drawer." Aunt Izzy brought the sash. It proved to be quite fresh. "I wish I had something nice for Elsie. What she wants most of all is a writing desk," Katie said, and Johnny wants a sled, but oh dear, these are such big things, and I've only got $2.25. Aunt Izzy marched out of the room. When she came back, she had something folded up in her hand. I didn't know what to give you for Christmas, Katie, she said, so I thought I'd give you this and let you choose for yourself. But perhaps you'd rather have it now. So saying, Aunt Izzy laid on the bed a crisp new $5 bill. How good you are, cried Katie. She gave Aunt Izzy an exact description of the desk she wanted. It's no matter about it being very big, said Katie, but it must have a blue velvet lining and an inkstand with a silver top. Oh, and there must be a lock and key. Don't forget that, Aunt Izzy. No, I won't. What else? I'd like the sled to be green, continued Katie, and to have a nice name. If there's enough money left, Auntie, would you buy me a nice book for Dory and another for Cece? Ceci, and a silver thimble for Mary. Oh, and some candy and something for Debbie and Bridget. I think that's all. Was ever $7.25 expected to do so much? Indeed. Aunt Izzy must have been a witch to make it hold out, but she did. The next day, all the precious bundles came home. Everything was exactly right. I got snow skimmer, said Aunt Izzy. It's beautiful, said Katie. Oh, hide them, she cried with sudden terror. Somebody's coming. But the somebody was only Papa. These delightful secrets took up so much of her thoughts that Katie scarcely found time to wonder at the absence of the children, who had hardly been to see her, had hardly been seen for 3 days. However, after supper, they all came up. You don't know what we've been doing, began Philly. Hush, Phil, said Clover. It was a warning voice. Then she divided the stockings in her hand, and everybody hung them up. Pretty soon Aunt Izzy came in and swept them off to bed, all off to bed. I know how it will be in the morning, she said. You'll all be up and racing about as soon as it is light, so you must get your sleep now. After they had gone, Katie recollected that nobody had offered to hang a stocking up for her. She felt a little hurt when she thought of it, but I suppose they forgot, she said to herself quietly. Katie lay a long time watching the queer shapes of the stockings as they dangled in the firelight. Then she fell asleep. It seemed only a minute before something touched her and woke her up. Behold, it was daytime, and there was Philly in his nightgown, climbing up on the bed to kiss her. The rest of the children, half dressed, were dancing about with their stockings in their hands. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! They cried. Oh, Katie, such beautiful, beautiful things. Oh! Shrieked Elsie, who at the moment spied her desk. Santa Claus did bring it after all. Why, it's got from Katie written on. Oh, Katie, it's so sweet, and I'm so happy. And Elsie hugged Katie and sobbed for pleasure. But what was that strange thing beside the bed? Katie stared and rubbed her eyes. It certainly had not been there when she went to sleep. How had it got there? It was a little evergreen tree planted in a red flower pot. The pot had strips of paper and stuck on it, and stars and crosses. The boughs of the tree were hung with oranges and nuts and shiny red apples and popcorn balls and strings of bright berries. There were also a number of little packages tied with blue and crimson ribbon. It's a Christmas tree for you because you're sick, you know, said the children, all trying to hug her at once. We made it ourselves, said Dory. I pasted the black stars on the pot. And I popped the corns, cried Philly. Do you like it? Asked Elsie, cuddling Katie. That's my present. That one tied with a green ribbon. Don't you want to open them right away? Of course Katie wanted to. All sorts of things came out of the little bundles. Elsie's present was a pen with a gray kitten on it. Johnny's a doll's tea tray of scarlet tin. Dory's gift, I regret to say, was a huge red and yellow spider, which whirled wildly when waved at the end of the string. They didn't want me to buy it, he said, but I did. I thought it would amuse you. Does it amuse you, Katie? Yes, indeed, said Katie, laughing and blinking as Dory waved the spider to and fro before her eyes. How prettily lovely everybody is. How perfectly lovely everybody is. Prettily. Where did I get prettily from? That's not a word. How perfectly lovely everybody is, said Katie, with grateful tears in her eyes. That was a pleasant Christmas. The children declared it the nicest they had ever had, although Katie couldn't quite say that. She enjoyed it too, and was very happy. Now, the last one, which is the 12 Days of Christmas. Tyler, are you ready for the 12 Days of Christmas? On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. You're gonna fall off the bed. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. And that is it. The end. We did it, buddy. Mwah. Really? Fingers on my legs. All right. I read through the book. Yeah. You're all sweaty now. Mr. Sweaty. All right. Well, you don't have school tomorrow. You're done with summer school for 2.5 weeks, I think. And then second grade starts. I can't believe you're going to be in second grade. That blows my mind. All right, that fish. Let me show you this. All right. So during summer school, he did all these pieces of artwork. And today, I decided to hang them up on the wall here. But this guy, this is a repeat offender of trying to become unstuck. Make sure it stays on that wall. It's making me crazy. All right. All right, buddy. You doing your weird leg exercises? Great. Alice doesn't even care. All right, guys. We will see you tomorrow night with new books because we won't have the Christmas stories anymore. I don't know what it'll be. I'll have to figure that out tomorrow. All right, guys. Good night, and we will see you tomorrow.